What's good, everyone? Aggie Coach here. All right, man. So check it out. So I finally got my painting done. So the only thing left now is to do decaling. Okay, so I apologize, guys. I know that we're in the painting with Aggie Coach segment. I did most of the painting offline. There is a lot of other stuff that needed to get done, that still needs to get done. And that is the decaling I need to get done, which I've started, and I'm going to show you where I am with the decaling, and I'm going to show you what I finished so far. So I went through and I redid the crimson, and I did 2 coats of crimson, so you can see the crimson color looks really nice. All I have to do now is put the clear coat on it to lock and seal in that color, and I'm going to show you guys when I get to that stage. I usually don't do the clear coat until after I do the decaling, because what I found is that if you put the clear coat over top of your decals, it also seals in the decals and stops your numbers from peeling and coming off later. And it also protects your paint, it protects your colors. And what it does is it bonds itself to the plastic. So it really bonds to the plastic, and it seals your colors in really nice. So so far, let me show you guys. So this is the offensive side over here, and as you guys can see, the crimson color is absolutely beautiful. I also went through and redid the white, so the white is nice and bright and full. And so this is the offense here, the offensive line back here, the tight ends, the wide receivers, led by Julio Jones, and the running back core, Nyshawn McArthur, Sean Alexander, Bobby Humphrey, and TJ Yeldon. And then right here, the new fullback core, which is great. We got the junior returning, Mark Ingram, who started in season 1 and season 2. And so we got a nice core here. The other fullback, the freshman Martin Payton, and another freshman, Derrick Henry. So we got those two. And then we have the 2 quarterbacks, which I want to show you guys right now because I've already decaled them. Now keep in mind, I have not done the clear coat yet. So once I do the clear coat, it'll lock it in, and they're going to look amazing. So let me show you here. The first one that I'm going to show you, this is number 10. This is Josh Hopper. So you guys can get a chance to see how he looks, how he's coming around. Coming around really nice. He's got his warmer on the back, on his back. That's his warmer right there. On his back, I'm gonna put the letter A on it in crimson. I'm gonna put the letter A on it right there. That's gonna be his hand warmer. Sorry about that. That's his hand warmer. Okay. We don't know which one of these guys are gonna be starting yet because I have not done training. So as soon as I get it done, I'm gonna also go through training for the team, start getting them ready for their big home game. Okay, and then the other quarterback that the Crimson Tide have, Josh Hopper is a pocket passer. Okay, they also have a mobile quarterback, right? His name is John Ward. So this is John. John is also decaled, so you guys can get a chance to see. He's also decaled, and you can see this team is really coming together, looking really nice. So 2 quarterbacks, John Ward, a mobile quarterback, and Josh Hopper, a pocket passer. We're going to see how they both play. They did pretty good in the tryouts. Alabama picked them up. They ended up getting scholarships. So we're going to see 2 freshmen at quarterback. We're going to see how that pans out this year. It's going to be really interesting to see this team. So let's jump over to the defense now. So, all right, so we got the defense as well. I have finished up the defense. All I got to do, let me pan through. All I gotta do is just go ahead and start getting the decaling on and get ready to spray these guys. So it's Saturday, and I'm going to be spending all day Sunday trying to get as much decaling done as possible. I'm gonna show you guys my decals that I am going through right now. So this is what my decals look like, right? So I have to go through, cut these decals out, make sure that they're the right size, and then I have this stuff that I put on my figures called Decal Fix, and this is what I use right here. This is the Decal Fix, right? It's also by Vallejo, and the Decal Fix helps your decals stick to your figures so your decals don't actually come off. And so it's very important that you have you got to have your stuff together, man, when you're working on teams. It's a lot of work, so I'm going to show you guys some of the process that I went through here. So this is my offensive roster, right? As you guys can see. Now this team has not been weighted, and remember, we have the APW system, actual player weight, and the rule in that system is that every player has to be a different weight. You cannot have players with the same weight on the same team. So I have to create variation. So I can't even have two players that are 4 grams even. I have to have, if one player is 4 grams, the other player needs to be, if you want him to be different, he needs to be 4.5 grams, right? Or, you know, a half gram over 4 or a half gram under 4. But you cannot have you can't have a lot of players on the same team with the same weight. Every player has to be unique. Every player has to have a different weight. Actual player weight. That is how our system is set up in Fat 8 Miniature College Football. Every player has to be a different weight. So what you see here in the roster, right, you see the 2 coaches so far. We still need an offensive coordinator, which we haven't recruited yet. So that's another thing that Alabama needs to hire, an offensive coordinator. And then we have our captains designated. So Bobby Humphrey is the lead captain for Alabama on the offensive side. The 2 quarterbacks are freshmen. So they can't be captains because they're freshmen. Bobby Humphrey has been around since season 1. He's had 2 amazing seasons. You know, with the big Southern Fellowship Classic that he played in, and then several big games in the Fat 8 Southern Division last year. He's the lead rusher in this team, so he's the lead captain in this team. Also, TJ Yeldon had some great games as well last year in season 2, so he is also a captain. And then Nyshawn McArthur is going to be interesting. You guys are going to get to see Nyshawn, the freshman. This is Nyshawn right here, right? I don't know if you guys remember from the combine. Nyshawn just, you know, was the top running back out of all the running backs in the combine. He had the highest score. He's going to be a kick returner this year for Alabama. Of course, you know, he's going to get some playing time as a freshman because one of the promises that Jesse Roseman had to make in recruiting Nyshawn, one of his requirements was that not that he start, but that he gets worked into the offense and he does get to play this season. If not, he'll transfer. So whenever you make a promise to an athlete, you have to keep your promise. So and then Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has been moved from halfback to fullback. This is Derrick Henry. He was a running back. He was a running back last year in season 2. He did not do very well. So we move him to the fullback position. So we're going to see how he does, right? And then, so that is all the captains for offense right now. Julio Jones is the other captain. So we have Julio Jones right here, the senior wide receiver. And of course, that is Julio Jones right there. He's the third captain. And now on the defensive end over here, we have some huge stars on defense for this Alabama team. We got the hard hitter, Woodrow Lowe. And this is him right here. Boy, that Joker can hit. He can bring the thunder. So, you know, he is the lead captain. We also have Johnny Wilcox. That's Johnny right here. We have Johnny Wilcox, the free safety, returning free safety. He's also a senior. He's a captain. They have 4 defensive captains. The other defensive captain is DeMarco Ryans. That's him right here. Right here, that's DeMarco Ryans. He's a defensive end. And then the other one is Marty Lyons, which is right here in front of us. This is Marty Lyons. He is also a captain. So I have it all laid out, man, and I have to keep it organized. And see, the other thing too is how you see these guys right here. I have them organized so I know who is who. So I got John Ward right here, who's at the top of the roster. And then I got Josh Harper right here, who's at the top of the roster. They have already been decaled, right? So they are ready at the moment for me to put the clear coat on them. So what I'm doing now is just letting their decals dry, letting the decal fix dry under those decals. Once that is done, I'm gonna do a clear coat on them. So again, tomorrow is Sunday. I'm gonna spend tomorrow trying to get as many decals done as I can. I got a lot of home chores around the house to do as well. A lot of cleaning to do, grass to cut, all of that good stuff, which is really gonna cut into my time. My goal is to shoot the Crimson Tide game this upcoming week. However, I'll say this. If I do not get this team finished in the next few days, I'll have to push it back to next weekend. But my goal is to get this team finished. I really would like to get it finished tomorrow, but that does not look like it's going to happen because I do have a lot of work to do. And I cannot spend my whole day working on figures because my wife will kill me. So, I'm going to do the best that I can to try to get as much decaling done tomorrow as possible. At least the ones that I do get decaled, I will go ahead and put the clear coat sealant on them, and they will be ready for practice, for training. So I'm gonna sign off now because it's pretty late here, and I've been working on these pretty much all weekend. It was a long process just trying to get all of the coverage with the painting done without stripping the paint. And I saved myself a lot of time because if I had to strip the paint Friday night, these guys wouldn't have been ready because I would have had to spend the whole day, because it also makes the bond on the models come loose. So all of the models that would have been customized, arms would have come off and legs would have come off and heads might have popped off, and it'd have been a mess. Doing it the way that I did it with these new paints that the guys at the hobby shop told me about allowed me to cover these figures without having to strip the paint off of them and go through the hassle of having to clean them. I was able to do it and get nice clean coverage on these guys, and they look really good. They came out really, really nice. So all I'm gonna do now is, as with the 2 quarterbacks, is just go through, get the decals done, start putting the clear coat on them. Normally I put face masks on them, but I did not order the gray face mask yet. I will order the gray face mask later. For now, I'm not going to worry about it. I can always put the face mask on them. So I'll worry about that later. But I'm at a stage right now where I can at least start working with the team. I can start practicing with the team, start getting them ready for the game, and work on getting them all decaled. For now, I'm going to just focus on the decals. and I will talk with you guys later. Don't forget, hit the like button on the way out as we are getting the Crimson Tide ready for their big home game. Peace.